Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and another stamping and glimmer hot foiling video. Today I am sharing this brand new background plate from Spellbinders called Twinkle Lights, as well as some rainbow foil to make these cute unicorn projects. So here is the plate. You can see that it is about half the size of a traditional A2 size card front, and here is the rainbow foil, which I'm super duper excited about. Rainbow foil, yay! This is the Glimmer hot foil system. I have it plugged in and turned on, and it has heated up and ready to go. Now on my platform, you see I have a scrap piece of paper that measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I have my plate on it. I put my foil pretty side down, and then my cardstock on top of that, lining it up with that scrap paper underneath. Put the plates on, press the timer, and when the timer goes off, then I can run it through my die cutting machine very slowly, forward and back. Once I've done that, I replace that onto my hot foil system dock, and then I can peel off that foil and reveal the rainbow twinkle light background. Now I'm going to show you how I would glimmer hot foil the other side. So I'm going to pick up this plate with my magnetic tweezers that comes with my glimmer hot foil machine and arrange this plate however I think it looks best. You don't have to rotate it. Onto the other side of that scratch paper, put another piece of the foil down, and then flip my cardstock over so that the side that's not hot foiled will be touching that die, lining it up again with that scratch paper. Push the timer, put the two plates back on top, run it through your die machine, and there you have a completely hot foiled background. And I just had so much fun seeing how this rainbow foil looked on top of colored cardstock. So I did about 4 or 5 colors, and I will end up using 2 of them in today's projects, including that blue one right there. And I think it is so much fun, and it inspired me to make some unicorn projects. So these are images stamped from the Magical Unicorn stamp set, one of my favorite stamp sets by Fun Stamper's Journey. Their products are sold at the Spellbinders shop. These are the markers I'm going to be using to color in my images today, except the YR07. That one accidentally got in there instead of the Y06 that I will be using. But I'm starting out with cool grays to add some shadowing to my unicorn, C2 to outline it, and then C0 to kind of blend out those shadows and soften the edges. And then I'll start in on the mane, where I'm using 2 colors to create a rainbow mane. So RV13 and RV11 for the pink, and then I've got 2 different colors for the orange and 2 for the yellow, and so on. So I'm keeping the darker color at the top and fading it out with the lighter color, like here with the YG11. B04 and B02 for my turquoise blue color, and then I have also a little purple section with V04 and V01. And now the tail, I am adding a little bit of each color all the way down and creating a rainbow there as well, but just a smaller version of the mane at the top. I added a little bit of V01 to the unicorn horn and the hooves, just like a little bit of a shadow. And then I will go ahead and color in all those extra images. Very simple Copic coloring, not a lot of shadowing to any of these, and using those same exact markers I used to color the unicorn. And then there are dies to cut these images out, so I cut those out and I will set those aside for my card. I have some clouds here that I die cut with some cloudy dies. I will link everything I'm using below, so if you want to check it out you can, because I love that this die set has a giant cloud in it. There's one bigger than the one I'm using right here. I cut off the excess, and then I'll mount the next 2 clouds on with some foam squares and cut off the excess as well. And then I'll add a 4th cloud, the smallest one, which I love, on top of that. And then I can start adding on all those die cut images. I used a mix of foam squares and glue, and I moved that heart up to the top so I could add in a sentiment that says believe in yourself. I think that's so cute for a unicorn set. And then I flagged the N and mounted that at the bottom of the card. So I stamped Grape Fusion onto this light lavender cardstock, and it looks so nice. This will get mounted onto a top folding A2 size card that is white. And then to finish this off, I took some Journey Glaze and added it to all those little images, the horn and the hooves of my unicorn. And that completes the outside of this card. I did not use the rainbow on the outside, so I will end up gluing that to the inside, and I did forget that I added some white gel pen accents, and I love how that turned out on the main. So here's the little rainbow, and I'm adhering that on the inside for just a little something cute when you open the card too. I'm trying not to neglect the inside. Okay, for project number 2, it's a bag to go with the card. This is the card carrier die set from Fun Stamper's Journey. I die cut 2 pieces of the bag and 4 handles because I'm going to double up those handles to make them more sturdy. Then I'm taking some heart dies and cutting some windows into one of the panels that will become the front of this bag. I'm gluing one of my Glimmer hot foiled backgrounds to the back of it. This color of cardstock happens to be called Sweet Pear. I just love this like really light green color. It's so fun. And you can see my Twinkle Light Glimmer hot foil rainbow background peeking through those hearts. I love it. So to put this bag together, I am using some white liner tape, double stick tape, and putting all the seams together and then the bottom as well. And this tape holds this bag really well. So it makes it quick and easy work. You can also use your favorite liquid glue, which I do a lot. I love liquid glue, but I know not everybody does. So here I am using that double stick tape to put the bag together. And then we'll add in the handles once I press the bottom down with my crease tool. I'm gluing 2 handles together just so it's a little bit thicker and sturdier. So I die cut a total of 4 handles and in the end have 2. So I'm going to glue this one so it has about 3 zigzags on either side, and then I'll take the second handle, line it up with the first one, and then squeeze the bag shut and it will pick up that second handle, and then they will be lined up really nicely with each other. All right, to decorate this card, I have more of the Magical Unicorn stamp set. This is the standing unicorn that I didn't use on the card, so I wanted to use both, and I thought it would be fun to color a unicorn that was brown. I always do a white one or maybe like a fun color so it kind of looks like a My Little Pony, but this unicorn is just so pretty that I didn't want to color it a color today. I thought it would look really nice with some E markers, so I used E15 as my darkest. I'm blending that out with my E13, and you'll see me go over it a couple times. So I'll blend out the darkest color with a light or a thin blend the first time. Then I'll go around it a second time and color over what I just did, but blend it out farther. And so that's going to make the E13 that I just used a little bit darker. I'll have 2 different shades of the E13. And then to blend all of it out, I'm going over that with E11, and I have this really soft brown pony, and I think it's so beautiful. What do you think of a brown unicorn? I would love to know. Leave me a comment below. And then I'm going to do the mane a little bit different, so I thought I would show you that as well, even though I'm using the same markers I used the first time. I started with my V markers and then my RV markers for the pink, and then I'll have a little strand of hair left that I will bring in those turquoise markers. I just love how it's darker towards the unicorn's head, and then it fades out to the lighter color. Oh, I love it. So pretty. But for the tail, I had the turquoise and then had it fade into the green, and I love how that looks too. So there's just so many fun ways to color this unicorn, and I love all the fun, yummy little images that come with it too. All right, to dress up my bag, I'm bringing back the hearts I die cut out and using them as masks so that I can add some sparkle silk over the top, but it won't get on the areas that I Glimmer hot foiled. And it's just like a light splattering of almost like pixie dust on the bag. I'm also adding it to 3 of those smallest die cut clouds and the hooves and the horn of this unicorn. So yay for sparkle silk. I love it. I love that it has so many different ways to apply it. And now I'm taking a stamp Sentiment and stamping that in Beach Breeze ink on this light blue cardstock and die cutting that out, and then we can put all the things together on the bag. So first the Sentiment goes on with some foam squares, the clouds get glued on. All my little magical yummy treats go on with foam squares, as well as my unicorn. He's so pretty, so pretty. And then some Journey Glaze over the hooves and the horn, and my yummy delicious treats as well. I just love the glaze. When it dries and has that shine, it just really adds something special. And I feel like there's almost no card that you couldn't use it on. It's one of those things you'll pull out time and time again, right? So there it is with the glaze all dry, and I think it's the perfect gift bag to go with my card, and I know somebody special is going to really enjoy these. This bag is big enough to fit A2 size cards, 3 or 4 of them, depending on how many foam squares you use, of course, with envelopes. So it's a good size bag. I really love this rainbow foil, and of course I love polka dots, so this Twinkle Lights plate is going to be one of my new favorites. I have another video featuring my favorite Glimmer hot foil plate, which is polka dots, that I will link for you right here on the screen, so you can check that out if you haven't seen that one yet. And I will be back again very soon with more stamping and more crafty projects for you. I will see you then. Happy stamping. Bye.